what our objectives should be about. Now, that's not right or wrong per se, but one of the things that we want to talk about, especially in this day and age, is what motivates you to do a business. Okay, in addition to just focusing on the hard facts, hard numbers to talk about. Maybe you're doing business for other people. You're doing business for society. You're doing business for a purpose. And that's what our course is going to be about. So next week, when I have time to talk about this with you, we're going to go back and talk a little bit about what business ethics is really about and how can we go about discussing this term and how do we link that to business management. And we'll be talking about some case studies, examples, discussed in class, and so on. The best way to understand this course is to can you go to the rubric at the bottom, please. A bit further up. Can you go up a bit more?
Up or down?
Oh, sorry, down. Sorry about that. Take charge of this. So I think at the beginning when we designed this course, this is the kind of the outcome that we want to achieve together as a class. We want to think about the ability to think beyond personal success, individual success in terms of business outcome. And sometimes when you want to make those decisions, there may be many things you have to take into account. So the objective of this course is to ask the things that you may have to consider before making a managerial decision. Do I do this or do I do that? And how do we go about this? So, I think the rubric here is a good summary, of what this course is really meant to be. Identification of some dilemma, business dilemma you have to make, you have to decide upon, and then identification of action, of how do I go about this. So today you're going to hear from Ajahn Ken about Heartful Businesses. I guess a group of people who decide to have a different objective in doing businesses, other than just to focus on profit and growth and so on. And we're going to learn about their motivation, challenges they face, trade-offs they face, and why they make that decision. Throughout the course, our objective, our focus is going to be understanding why people make decisions in this way. And in the end, we're going to evaluate you in a similar fashion as well. So you're going to be evaluated on two things. The first thing is going to be the group project, which you'll be doing together and presenting to class on the final day. And the second thing is the individual reflection on the projects that your friends present to you. Now, I don't want to take Ajahn Ken's time too much, so we're going to go into details for the group work more next week when we have time together. But one thing I would like you to be aware throughout the course is we're going to try to approach this course as a critical thinking course. You're going to hear a lot of case studies about people who do business in different ways. I don't want you to just listen about what they do. I want to keep you an open mind and think about why they're doing it this way. Are there other things that they could be doing? And do you agree with their decisions to do it in the following way? Once you see Ajahn Ken's presentation, next week we're going to go back one step further about when people talk about ethics, when people talk about CSV, CSR, and so on, what do they really mean? Then invite a discussion about I guess do you agree or you disagree and why? Sorry, does that make sense? Okay. So So I'll leave you with this syllabus. Okay, you can spend between now and next week to think about, to read this, and if you have any questions, we can talk more in detail next time. But today I want you to just take it easy and then listen to Ajahn Kate's presentation, and then start discussing, then sharing ideas about what you see and what you how you feel about how people are making decisions in certain ways. In the next class and so on, we're going to do live class discussions more as well. An interactive class. Please don't think of this as a lecture or anything, because ethics is one of the areas I think there is no right or wrong per se. And we're going to be using this class discussion to kind of see the pros and cons of each situation, and then in the end, you may have a different perception than other people. That's entirely fine. We just want you to see things from as many perspectives as possible before you make that decision. So, without much further ado, I would like to invite Ajahn Kate to start the session on Heartful Business, and then next week we're going to come back to discussing more of the rigid issues and then go through this course syllabus. Okay, so once again, I apologize for the ordering. We're supposed to start with this first, Ajahn Kate, but because of the scheduling conflict, so we have to switch things around a bit. All right, so if you have any question, the live group that we have, you can, even though it's the next strategy, but I'll be with you for this class as well, so we can discuss more in that group as well. But logistic stuff, we can start next week. Right? So are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much, Ajahn Pai. Wow. Today your class is my third class. And I have 8-hour class today. But this topic is the most exciting topic for me. Well, thinking about ethics, I saw some of you look like, oh my god, ethics. Am I going to learn about moral? Is it really important? How can I make money from that? But actually, I want to change the topic a little bit. I want to talk about ethics. But actually, this is the real theme today we're going to discuss about. It's not only about CSR, but it's more about CSV, which Ajahn Pai will tell you later what is CSV. So today we're going to study about sustainability, actually. How to develop a sustainable business. Or in the other word, in the easier term, the heartful business. For heartful business is not just a business that run by using ethics, but it is a business that the owner run by their own heart. And the customers are very happy about that. So it is a new business model in Thailand that will make every stakeholder feel happy. Stay tuned for that. Before that, let me introduce myself a little bit. My name is Kate Kritini. I'm purely Chinese Thai. And, sorry, this is in Thai, but I have been living in Japan. I lived in Japan for 10 years in Kobe. So I left Thailand since I was 17 years old and spent there from undergrad to PhD. So my second language is actually Japanese. Feel free to talk with me in Japanese if you are more comfortable with that. And I accumulate all my experience within 10 years and squeezed into 7 books so far. And the most recent book that I've written is about Renan. The name may be very new for you, but Renan means business philosophy. How to develop a 100-year business with Japanese way of thinking. That is the title about. So today we're going to explore more about this heartful business or sustainable business. First of all, why Japan? I did not teach you a lot of Japanese case because I've lived in Japan for 10 years and I just want to talk about something that I know. No. Why Japan? Okay, let's look at this number. Think there are not many companies that live for more than 100 years. And there are some countries that particularly have 100-year-old or centuries-old companies. Top 3. Can you guess which country has a lot of century-old companies? Say the name, the country. Japan, of course. And?
UK.
UK. No. Germany. Very good. Good choice. Germany is number 2. Number 3. US? No, it's too new country. China? No, unfortunately not. Hint is in Europe. Not UK, Germany already. Number 2, number 3. Exactly, France. Good. Take a look here first.
Forgot
I
about
don't know
France.
what's wrong with my fire. Okay. France have 331 centuries-old companies. The company that lasts more than 100 years. Second, Germany has 1,500 companies. Okay, number 1 obviously is Japan. But how many? Guess the number. The answer is 3,100 companies. But this is from the English research, the Western research. If you take a look at Japanese data bank, it claims that they have 21,000 companies that last more than 100 years. So it's pretty long. So Japan, we could claim that Japan is a country that has the highest rate of sustainable business. And why did I tell you this number? Because, okay, next. I did not give you any handout. If you want to take a note and you don't bring anything, feel free to get paper, piece of paper here. So let's see the survival rate of company. Imagine that all of us open or start the business today. Next year, we come back and see who else still survive in this business then. So let's guess the number. How many percentage of the survival rate of the company that lasts more than 1 year? Yes. Say any number, come on. 30? Any other? Just guess.
20%.
20? 60. Okay, we have both optimistic and pessimistic people. Well, take balance, average, the number is 40. So let's see a little bit longer company, 5 years. From 40 companies, how many live? 20? When you divide by 2. Okay, that's easy calculation, but not a bad guess. 15%. How about 10 years? You want to divide by 2 again? Say again, number? 5. Okay, 5. So divide by 3. The answer is 6. Pretty close. Good guess. How about 20 years? 2. Okay. The rate dropped. 0.3%. So 1,000 companies, only 3 companies left. 30 years. You want to guess? Not 0. We still have hope. 0.01. Okay, pretty close. 0.02. 10,000 companies, only 2 companies will survive within this 30 years. Did your company live longer than 30 years? If yes, you are a very lucky person. You are very good executives. Or your CEO is very good. What happened? From 1 year to 10 years, the percentage dropped a lot. And the number sharply dropped when the number of years increased. What happened within the 10-year span of time? That's a lot of changes. That's a lot of, technology disruption. So that's why it is super difficult to live even longer than 30 years. And did you still remember that I told you that Japan has the highest number of 1 century old company? That's prove you how survival rate of Japanese companies are so high. So, last one. Could you imagine 100 years? How difficult it is? If I told you like this, you would think, yeah, 100 years, cool, so what? Okay, take a look here. If one company lived more than 100 years, it means that this company needs to encounter with Lehman shock, economic crisis, Tom Yum food crisis, IMF crisis in 1997, oil shock, World War, the Second World War, the First World War. The company that survived after the atomic bomb in Japan, and it still run the business like this. The next question is, could you imagine how they survive? And what does a century-long company look like? Imagine of a company that lasts more than 100 years. What does it look like? Does it look old? Does it look, well, not classic, but old-fashioned? This is the first company that I want to show you. This brand is called Ginza Itoya. Has anyone have been there before? Okay, great. Oh, Tsuyoshi. Okay, we have Japanese people. Oh my god. Okay. Tsuyoshi, can you tell us a little bit about Ginza Itoya?
It's one of the most famous stationery shop in Japan. Like, very famous about the paper for writing some letters.
Great. Thank you. You saved my time.
Thank you.
If you go to Ginza, this building is 12th floor. In the basement floor, there's an exhibition, the hall, and each floor represents each stationery. That's a pen floor, paper floor, the photo floor. And if you're really maniac about stationery, you need to go for this. And at the top floor, they open the restaurant and the cafe, including meeting rooms, so that you can spend relaxing time enjoying the stationery here. So this is the first company. The second company that I want to introduce to you is a little bit older. They are 300 years old. What did they do? Okay, this company called Nakagawa Masashi. Tsuyoshi, do you know this?
No, I don't know.
Haha, I win. Okay. So actually, the original product of this company is mosquito net. Again, mosquito net. What? How did they come to this? Okay. All the cotton that you see was used in producing mosquito net. And this is what the shop looked like. Okay, it looks super cool. Now they sell Japanese living products. Okay, the next company that I want to challenge you to think further is this company. In Thai, we call fishball. If you eat Japanese ramen, you will see this fishball in the top. Jacob, do you have an idea what it is? Well, it's
Looks
like,
delicious.
yeah, it looks delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Okay. But Thai people, do you know fishball, by the way, Jacob? Yeah, that's exactly the same, similar taste. So, think about this year, in 2019. Do you think the fishball market is growing or shrinking? Growing or shrinking? Just guess. Shrinking, yeah. Yeah, it's shrinking. This is what the sales look like. Do you know why? There are a lot of options nowadays. Even for Thai people, we have bread, we have Japanese food, we have a lot of choices in our life. So this is the industry sale. It went like this. But you take a look at the red bar. This is the sales of the fishball company that I'm going to introduce to you. So now you cannot blame economic crisis. You cannot blame that the industry is going bad. It depends on your way of thinking. So this is the third company. It's called Suzuhiro. I think you will not know this, Yoshi.
Yeah.
This is a 200-year-old fishball company. How did they survive? Okay, here is my question. You have been running the fishball business for so long, and you know that your industry is shrinking. if you were CEO of this company, what kind of products or service that you plan to provide? Think about that. This is your industry. What should you do? Any guess? There's no right or wrong. There's no silly people in this room, okay? Feel free to share with us. Any guess? You run a fishbowl for 100 years, what should you do in order to sustain your business? Don't be too logical, okay? You can think fast and say something. What should we do for fishbowl company? No guess? Okay. Okay, great. Let's launch some new health conscious product. Add some ingredient. For example. Oh my god. Okay. Seaweed. Different kind of fishes. Okay, great. Any other guess? Yeah, noodle. Okay, for fishbowl, we want to produce a noodles. Okay, great. Any other guess?
Delivery service.
Delivery service. So you're gonna add delivery service to deliver the fishbowl to everyone. Good. Any other?
Expand the customer base, selling to other places, other than the one you already have and shrinking.
So we want to explore a new market. Aha. We'd love to hear what kind of new market would be good. I think I love all the answers. Did you learn Ansel metrics? Oh, okay. But you have a very good way of thinking. Any other? Okay, let me show you the latest product that this brand just launched. Apart from sushi, do you have any idea what it is about? What for? It looks like fishbowl, but they actually have dry fruit and cheese. Can you guess what it is? It's actually a snack that you eat with. Not tea. No, add alcohol. Or be good with dry fruits and cheese. Yeah. Wine. Now I know that you don't drink alcohol. It's a snack for drinking with wine, for having with wine. It's a wine snack. Why? Well, because now Japanese females have higher purchasing power, and including gentlemen who are very health conscious. Right now, if you see the consumption rate of liquor, sake, in Japan is decreasing, but on the other hand, its consumption rate of wine is increasing. Why? Because it looks modern, it looks nice, it looks fashionable. So Suzuki-Ro, this company, wants to penetrate the new market, for the health-conscious market, you're right. But this is the innovation that they developed by still using the fish meat and fishbowl technology, but to tap into the new market and come up with a new product. And it looks like this. It looks fashionable as well when you put it on the plates. Next product that really increased sales of this company, of course, locally. Normally, the fishbowl would be sold for 100 yen, around 30 baht. But this one, it could sell at 300 yen, 3 times higher than usual. And kids love this, moms are super happy about this because, well, it's very cute. That's how they try to increase the number of sales by inventing and come up with a lot of new products, including the happy birthday cake. What? It's a fishbowl cake that you can print, you can design your own and give it as a gift for your grandmama and grandpapa. Why? Your grandfather, grandmother get used to this taste and they don't like Western cake that much. So they want to tap the children market and senior market as well by letting the grandchildren decide the cake for them. for the grandmama and grandpapa. By the way, in Japan, the color of red and white is a good signal. It's a lucky color. So it fits well with the fishbowl. As you may see from here, that this is the way they try to expand this business. Let's see another example, which I know that Tsuyoshi would not know this company as well. This company is called Fukuda Kinpaku. Okay, I'm telling you a lot of cases in order to, I want you to see the pattern of how the long-living company can last for more than 100 years. Okay, so what is Fukuda Kinpaku? This is 300-year-old company. It is a company that produces golden leaf. In Japan, you put golden leaf and attach the wallpaper of the temples or the ceiling for decoration. Again, the market of the golden leaf right nowadays is shrinking, but this company strive to survive in this business, in this shrinking business. How should they survive? If you were the CEO of this company, what would you do? This is your product. Any guess? Come on, this one. Just think about it. The Golden Leaf Company. What should we do?
Start selling at the Ginza stationery
Start selling
store.
at Ginza stationery store. Okay. Good.
It's a food.
Eat fruit.
It's
Food.
a food.
Food. Edible Golden Leaf. Okay, put it on ice cream, topping, something. Okay, good choice. Any other? Skincare, cosmetics product. Probably. Any other? Say again. Paint. Okay, so we stop producing golden leaf and go to the painting business. Okay, cool. This is the answer. Did you get this? The first business that they tap into is metal foil. What kind of foil? It's a foil that coat in the coat this, how should I say this? The chip. Do you know the chip? The circuit board. They need the silver or copper foil in order to, how should I say this? To do the electricity, to make the electricity flow better. This is very kid vocabulary, and I don't know this in English. So how did they expand the business? Think about it when I ask you, what kind of product that the Golden Leaf Company should develop? You think about the golden leaf and what kind of products could we fill it with. But if you take a look here, when these kind of companies want to expand business, how do they expand? By using just the ingredients or the product itself? No. How do they expand? They use what we call core
Competency.
Exactly, core competency. Did you learn this word? Okay. Okay, core competency. So normal people would think that, okay, if we want to expand the business, we should expand to the same material, the same product, but this one, they use their own technology. I want to challenge you a little bit more, a little bit further. Did you learn the case of the film industry? Did you? In other classes? No, okay. So there are two big film makers, which are, first one is,
Kodak,
Kodak?
Fuji.
yeah, and Fujifilm. You know what happened to Kodak, right? It's gone already. It went bankrupt. So if you were a CEO of the company, did you see, okay, let me change the question a little bit. What disrupt film industry? Digital camera. And do you know that who is the first company that developed digital camera?
Kodak.
It's Kodak. Did you learn this? Okay, great. Yeah. So Kodak do not want to diffuse digital camera technology because they're afraid that they will disrupt the film business. And you know how great Kodak was. Do you know the market share of Kodak? In the United States, the market share is 92%. 92%. Almost monopoly. The global market share is up to 70%. And they are the first company that invent film. Fuji is the second latecomer. But now you see that film business did not go well. Imagine you're a CEO of Kodak, or CEO of a film company, I would say. You're CEO of a film company, what would you do? Sell something? Yeah, sell something else. Very good answer. What should we sell? You're doing film business for so long. Say again. Paper. Sell paper. Okay. What else? What could we do? Any other guess? What should we do? You know, this is what Kodak did. They expand from film business to printing business, self-service kiosks. This is a printer that connects with digital computer so that we can print digital photos. And digital camera. Because it's booming, and why not? Why shouldn't we do this? And you know that in the end, it's not good. The very interesting thing is Fujifilm. Jacob, do you know the answer? Okay, then you disagree. So how did they expand and how did they survive? So Yoshi, did you know this?
Medical department.
Okay. Medical film. Try to see how they expand the business. Second, movie film. Could you see the logic behind their business expansion? Why? How do they expand the business like this? Because it's film. But take a look at how Kodak expand their business. They try to see the new growing market and jump to that, and they forgot their core competency. But let's take a look at the third business that Fujifilm penetrate. Do you have any ideas how did they expand to the cosmetic business? I think now it's time for girls. You're going to think about this. Why? Not so far. Say again. Do you know why did they expand to cosmetic business?
To make people look good when take photos.
I love your creativity. Oh my god, this is the first time I've got this kind of answer. Wow. No. Unfortunately. Did you see any connections between the both these two business and cosmetic business? Do you think the cosmetic business is going well? Yeah, of course. It's expanding. And did Fujifilm see this as a huge opportunity? Of course, yes. But did they forget their core competency? No. Actually, the film coating chemical, if you put it in the cosmetics, it will help preventing your moisture from the skin to go away. So they still apply the same chemical substance from film to cosmetics product. So how would the company survive? How should we survive? So these are some few examples of how the century-year-old company live. Next, I will not teach you, but again, I want to challenge you further. I've shown you a lot of great examples, a lot of good cases, so now it's your turn to act as a role of CEO of the real company. And this company is called Double Alive. How many of you have heard of this company before? It's not Japanese company, but it's a century-old company from India since 1890. So what is Double Alive? Well, to say in short, they are similar to Lineman or Uber Eats nowadays. There are 5,000 Double Alives, which means the lunchbox carrier. Have you ever seen this movie? What is it called? The Lunchbox. the thing is called the lunchbox. It's actually portray the bolas. So this company, I would say company, there are 5,000 employees, and each day they deliver 103,000 dapas per day, and this is how it look like. Why do I need to ask for your help? Because this company is super interesting. Even Prince Charles, do you know him?
Branson.
Yeah, Branson, Richard Branson, the father of Virgin, when he was still very young. Both of them visit this company. Or even Uber, they went to see this business as well. Why these top executives, top leaders need to learn from Dabolas? Because this company error rate is less than 6 sigma. It's in a 6 sigma level. They deliver lunchbox 16 million times, and they made a mistake only once. I really recommend Thai Postal Service to go to learn from them. So the system is like this. In India, there are 2 varieties of religions, so people barely eat outside. Normally, the wife or the moms will cook, and then, well, the husband can carry on their own, but unfortunately, in Mumbai, the train is too crowded that if you carry the curry lunchbox, it will splash other people. So the wife will hire the bola to carry the lunchbox for her husband. So the dabolas will deliver the lunchbox to the office of the husband. So 5,000 wives, okay, a lot of wives will send, the dabola will pick up their home, pick up the lunchbox, then they will collect the sword and deliver it to the husband. And then after that, we'll have lunch and have some social time, chit-chat time among the dabola themselves while waiting for the husbands to finish their meal and collect all the lunchbox back and deliver to the wife. Did you get the system? Okay. Let's see the price. How much? $6 per month. Which means that per trip, it's only 12 cents. In Thailand, if you send, if you use Uber Eats or Line Man, how much do you pay? Could you imagine how cheap this service is? So cheap, super low error rate. And the very interesting thing here is that, almost all of the employees are illiterate. How could they deliver to the right person? They could barely read or write. Well, I'll talk about this later, but to give you some hint, they could not read, but they use this kind of color code when they sort the lunchbox. So to make you understand a little bit better, let's watch the clip together. Okay, let's see how amazing the bola is. The uniform is white hat and white outfit. This is the wife. She cooked it fresh, and the bola is waiting to carry the lunchbox. Hope you're not too hungry. A little pressure. Normally they use bicycle and train in order to save cost. They use this rack in order to carry a lot of lunch boxes at the same time, 50 lunch boxes per one rack. And they have only 12 seconds in order to load this lunch box on the train. Luckily, the train in Mumbai is punctual, very punctual. We are our own master. We don't have boss, that's why we are all relaxed. I'll explain later what does that mean.
ऑफिस में काम करेगा आदमी तो उसको प्रॉब्लम आता है कोई से अवार्ड दे सकते हैं इसका पैसा अवार्ड करेगा आपको कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं आपको पूरा बातें करने के लिए
Let's listen to the voice of customers. Now, the Devala delivers the lunchbox to the nest, to the husband. So this is the customer.
Full course meal, like Gujarati, whatever we eat at home, we get basically everything. If I would have been at home, I would have just get absolutely the same thing. I mean, come what may, and they're there, and sometimes we get late, like eating from home and whatever. They are like, they would say 99 point whatever, something same. Bang on.
After this, they wait and they have lunch on their own, wait to collect the empty lunchbox back and deliver it to the wife. It's quite labor-intensive job, actually. Okay, here we are. So what do they mean that they don't have boss? No one tell them to do this or do that. The organization of 5,000 members are very flat. They don't have marketing department, they don't have finance department. They divide themselves as a team. Okay, team A, team B, team C, for example. And there are two, we can say two departments. This is the Dabola delivery system. They have the director, treasurer, general secretary, and president. Well, if you don't understand what they're doing, I don't either. But what is in short is just the president and the members. So each of the group can set their own price, can set their own budget, their own goal. This side is a charitable trust. So all the teams, when they collect the money, they will allocate 10% of the sales to give to the charitable trust. This trust is for the retired member or the senior member who cannot work anymore. So they can still get some pay from the working members. Or if the bicycle was broken, they can use this charitable trust for maintaining the bicycle. This is how they run the money and run the organization. So if you work a lot more, if you work more, you can have more money. For each team, that is how they work. But they also have the territory system that you cannot sell across the territory. To add you some information, okay, they're mostly illiterate, but they come from the same village. You know that Indians have more than 600 languages, but all of them come from the poor village, coming to work in Mumbai. They speak the same language, they have the same religion, and all of them believe that they are working for the God. Why are they so committing themselves to the job? Because they believe that delivering the lunchbox is just like deliver drug to the sick people. So it's like they are tambun in Thai. It's like they are doing the merit for the God. That's why they really, really work hard and do whatever they can do to deliver the lunchbox to the right person at the right time. Very punctual. That is how the Dabalas work. Apart from the cliff again, the train in Mumbai is very punctual because the line, they go from the north to the south. Very simple one line. And they go very punctual. So Dabala will collect the lunchbox here and go using the train and deliver like this. And then collect it back. This is how they work. So your mission is to think of the new business idea in order to maintain or sustain this business for Dabala. What should Dabala do? Okay, you have 15 minutes in doing this. Please form a group of 3 to 4 people. I'm going to give you the paper. Start now. Oh, by the way, do you have any questions about Dabala business? Okay, please do not search. Please do not search. Just use all the information that I tell you. Okay, 3 to 5 people. 3 to 5 people.
Have you ever worked with Dabalala before?
Feel free to move
My own thing.
so that you circle around.
You want to
Move your seat.
the stage that is there for competition.
You don't need to write your name. This is for just a note.
I think they're employee, right?
Yeah.
Growth strategy for
Human
Dabala.
resource.
How should they grow?
Motivated by living.
Yeah, this is a good business strategy.
You have 15 minutes in doing this.
Maybe they're called competency one, knowledge of Mumbai and then personal relationships with the people It seems like each of the has 50 people that they have to do.
Feel free to raise your hands if you have questions. Use your own idea, do not search. Do not search.
Very strong commitment from these individuals.
So if they like practice very long, they
like several generations.
Accumulation experience from generation to generation.
Costs.
The key answer is the cost.
Cost of human resource. Yeah.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Social system. They have an experience since they were
For comprehensive paper,
Based on those, maybe let's say 5 or 5 items. You can expand.
So we have to do what? Expand the business, right?
Businesses.
deliver food from their family to them if they forgot something. If people are out, not only food like that. And long people think appreciate I think that
Personal delivery.
because if in people
It's like using the same line, right?
yes,
But based on those competencies, like maybe competency is the same, but the outcome is can be different.
It's very repetitive work. So they are doing 24-hour motivation.
Yeah.
They don't need to rely on digital devices. So they have the way that they can do it is through the color code system, right? So what other ways can they use that color code system for their This way it seems like in what other ways can you apply that color code Seems to me like they waste a lot of time. So they only have one delivery to and from So it means that they have to start picking up the food at 11 p.m. to be able to deliver it by 12, and then they need to get back by 2, which means that there's a lot of hours
How about like the lunch box, right? Instead they need to return it the same day, they can return after next day, so they don't need to go back.
You use the spare?
Yeah, have spare one, so when the wife finish, right? They bring them to the husband and then leave the lunch box there so they can go somewhere else and need to go back to the wife again or something like that. And the next day when they come to pick up, they can take it back.
if you eat from one or else you can often eat in watch that
Utilize the idle time, which you mentioned. While they're waiting for coming back to lunch, maybe they chit chat playing their lunch. And do some like easy work for like washing dishes for restaurant or something else like delivery the letter. Or like cleaning the road. It's okay, like they're sitting around there.
Breaking time is not enough for
Cleaning up education.
Yeah.
Education in the end, finally got to know how to use mobile devices. And then all the QR code. Very visualized. They also spend a lot of time on a train.
eat fast food, right? But one I tell you that white man by fast, very bad. Take a lot. Yeah. That's like a thing.
Or separate the work from where to where. From home to station, and then station to station, station to workplace. So divide the territory. Very different.
เขาถึงต้องกินแยกกันเพราะว่าถ้าตลาดเป็นพระเจ้าคนละอันก็จะมีข้อแม้
Yeah. Can I have one paper?
เหมือนข้อมูลบอกแบบว่าใครต้องใช้กันทีอินเตอร์ทีม very famous same as your country cricket team because they are united in very big like oh your idea to catch a different place to oh yeah good
If they have like a lot of time, they can
advertisement on their shirt or
always they are on the way. They can
Why is very it can be segmented by geographic areas. Yeah. Same business model with bus. So true. Bus. They sell like a fast food space for the line. So they can also, I mean, they sell it. They know that they're going to half white, so then we have the same flavoring and right? Washing detergent. So maybe one trip flavor there, and that would be quite cheap. But then on the trip back, on the definitely something like that. So even on the trip back, bring sometimes they could also go into the city and do some shopping.
oh good
They could bring back some of the city food. So it would be very fun.
good idea
So that's true there. Advertisement. Either like direct marketing or saying, hey, there's a new flavor of food. Or the other one is by picking up groceries or some essential items from the city. And then
Yeah, Babala just serve only lunch. Only lunch box. That's the only service that they provide for us here.
But then you see how they utilize that. Like picking up food
I like the idea. I mean, why need to have some grocery food anyway, right? So why they have to buy this vibe for it?
I don't want to present. I really don't. Yeah. You can use my notes. But you can make it sensible stuff. Oh, sorry. Do you want us to submit this? The reason why we have that is because the segmentation based on like demographics being outlined and geography is quite clear. So these people go to the same 50 houses every day, so we can have real time. Same business with the and then the other idea is they have a lot of idle time while they're waiting for the husbands to finish eating or even waiting for the wives to be cooking. And then when they're returning back from the officers actually try to line the food. So during that idle time, they can maybe pick up some shopping lists for the otherwise
For advertisement, this idea is very interesting. How do you plan to frame it for like to all the 5,000 employees, same advertisement or divide it? Just like a sticker?
They always change the monthly. And they actually have a contract with company-wise, probably buys the place from every school in the place. So they just spread.
So then if they use that as well, you've got 5,000 people who are delivering to 50 cities per day. And if you can collect the information about who they're delivering to, you can get some pretty direct targeting to maybe 250,000 people, which is quite a lot of people. Traditional big data. Yeah.
Optimally by the generation to generation.
Yeah.
And the question is, picking up food, grocery shopping, this is very good. You try to use it. The question is, they cannot read or write. What do you do in now?
Yeah.
We have 2 minutes left. We have mobile phone.
Probably not.
Show the why we do.
2 minutes left.
Take picture of what they did.
Maybe some picture, or my suspicion would be that it would be the same thing that they bought every day, or like similar products.
Like simply like milk or
Yeah, some very simple product.
I have a new idea. Just distribute the flyer.
Still marketing, right? Yeah, that's okay.
Just give them please deliver to the flyer to the boss. They don't need to read it. They don't need to think, just deliver. They have big data. They know who are their clients.
That's good for advertising.
form to fill.
Form to fill out.
Like texture of the music. Easy.
So we don't let them take every single product. Can you do it as soon as you sign short responsibilities also?
Even if you see that
It does not have any other inside. This is my face from yesterday. During trying to flirt with you.
Wrapping up, we have less than 50 seconds left, and I will ask the idea information for you. I'm very punctual, we have 39 seconds left, 37 seconds. Stay true. Is there any group you need more time? Okay. Super easy task for you. For business too.
Surely not.
Okay. So is there any group who share your fabulous ideas with the class, please? You can start from anyone. Yeah, Hiroshi. Hey, listen.
We came up mainly 2 ideas.
Only 2?
Oh, not only, but like.
Just kidding.
Yeah, then the first one is about the advertisement on the delivery person shirt. The strong point, the current system is like their segmentation for the customers about the demographic, and also the geographical target is very clear because their destination is like maybe regularly fitted already. So therefore their system is already very suited for advertisement system. That's why we choose the first one is about the advertisement. And regularly like 5,000 delivery people per 50 lunch boxes. So maybe we can deliver to the like 250K people.
Is there any member you're going to be working with the consulting firm?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, then so that is our first idea. And second one is about the pick up food or like buying the grocery things to the families, because while waiting for the empty lunch boxes, maybe delivery people are very like nothing to do, just discussing or like chit chat. So like to utilize time for their empty period, maybe we can ask them to buy some grocery items, maybe. And also like teacher suggested us like how come they cannot read anything or maybe they cannot have something. So yeah, how can we tell the things to buy for them? It's like we came up one idea is that like to make the like maybe same format to fill the blank for like checking by the housewife, and then they can see like infographic from the paper and then easily find what they need to buy, like milk or like maybe film or something, anything. Yeah, that's all.
Thanks a lot. Give a big hand to this group. Good job. We have a very funny discussion during they shared the idea with me that this is a traditional big data collection because all the double know well about the housewife and the husband. So they know data of each single person. Okay, so Yoshi, choose one of the students who look very bright in this class. Right?
In terms of
Look very bright. Smart student.
Yes, I actually.
Okay. Smart girl. Thank you.
So
If you have different ideas, please share with us.
we actually came up with a lot of ideas, but we choose to share 3. So the first one we're thinking that since currently they're only bringing lunch boxes, so we're thinking maybe they can sell complimentary items such as coffee, tea, like sell them for cheap. Then they can just like carry the hot water with the instant coffee or tea and sell them together with the lunch.
You mean like a tea bag or
Yeah,
hot coffee?
like a tea bag and hot coffee and maybe like a paper cup or something like that.
Oh.
If you want to sell, similar to like when you sell like a complimentary miso soup.
Okay.
Yeah, and also be the intermediate person to deliver local food to foreigner, because sometimes when you travel to other countries, you would want to try like authentic local food. And if the wife is cooking for the husband already, like maybe like adding like 1 or 2 extra portion is not that hard. So like the wife can make extra money. Also, they can deliver to like hotels to foreigners. And lastly, when I saw the clip, it looked very dangerous in the process, like carrying and riding a bike. So of course there's gonna be like some safety issues. So if we increase the safety issue, like there's gonna be less downtime for the delivery service. So of course the business will grow.
How should we do our safety policy?
Safety policy, I think maybe like wear a helmet.
Okay,
like for example.
Okay, very cute.
Yeah, so there's some areas that we can explore.
Okay, great. Thank you. Appreciate it. Big hand. Any other different ideas we can share? Okay. They want that as well. Okay. You will share later.
Okay, for our group, as they already mentioned about the grocery shopping and the tourist service, we want to add about for increase new target group of customer, maybe they will deliver the famous like a famous restaurant for food from famous restaurant for the local people who has no wife to cook for them. No wife to prepare the bento for them, so maybe they want to eat but no one prepare for them. So carry the famous food from the famous restaurant, or maybe delivery a good or the product.
So sad.
Another thing is like we suggest them to maintain the excess customer by create a membership system for the excess customer.
Membership?
Yes.
Okay, what will you do with that? What will you do with the members? I mean, collecting points, redeem points?
Maybe to make if the membership will sustain the business in the long run. So if there be a membership maybe 1 year, they have another free or another discount from another years that they be a member.
Deliver 10 times, get 1 free.
Yes.
Okay.
And another to maintain the growth of the company, we think that the company need to keep a relationship with the internal employee, like that. For the employee that work for them, maybe the company need to prepare the welfare or benefit for their family too, to keep them work with the company. Maybe education fund for the kid or maybe health benefit for the family.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Please pass the microphone to Natapon. And his team, anyone. Because they raised their hand. I love all your ideas, actually. It's very, very new.
Come up with the 3 ideas. So the first one, we think that the company should improve the way that they deliver the products by design their own the box. To maximize the space for the carrier, so that they can carry more. Instead of 14, they can carry up to 20 if they design their own box.
Wow. Is there any member of you from the Faculty of Engineering? Okay, that's good. We should see. That's a very engineering student idea. Structure, system.
So the second one, right? Maybe people want to not only carry the food, right, but they want to transfer their stuff to their husband. So they should accept the stuff, not only the food, but offer the service to carry stuff as well.
So like grocery shopping,
Yes.
carry something, using idle time wisely. Okay.
And the last one, maybe some wife cannot cook the food, or they can cook very bad. So the company itself should have their own, the cooking restaurant that offer the many kind of the healthy products that all custom food like bento in the Japanese to deliver to the people directly instead of waiting for the wife. Yeah, that's all for us.
So I think most of the ideas are already on the board, but I think there are 2 of ours that is quite unique. The first one is expanding to a secondary city. So for example, Bangalore. They also have a lot of offices there, so it might be possible that they could operate in a similar manner. And the other one is actually open a bicycle repair shop. Because since bicycle is being used a lot in this business, and there are a lot of chances that it will break down. So instead of paying for someone else, why not open a shop and repair the bicycle for the delivery person, and also gain money from others as well.
Oh, very interesting. And they can also use the same service for their service work. Thank you. Can you give a big hand? When you give a big hand, really appreciate it. If you like, we really need to acknowledge your friends. Okay, we have, wow, it's really different from all the MBA classes. I just use this case discussing with my executive MBA students. Your idea are great. I will not compare, but it's a lot of ideas are very new for me as well. Let's see. Okay. I'm not sure whether you'll be happy to hear this or not, but almost all of the ideas were proposed by Harvard Business School students as well when they visited Dabawala in India. And Dabawala declined all the ideas. What's wrong with that? Your ideas are super great, I mean, I'm a business teacher and I like all of it. We can learn a lot from you as well. But there are some reasons that Dabola declined. Do you know why?
Cost.
Cost? Okay, what do you mean, Jeff?
Social system in India.
Yeah. Oh, the cost system.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's their duty, inherited from their father, the father's father, and father's father. They don't want to change themselves. They want to keep the tradition.
Yeah. No. Good guess, good understanding side of Indian culture, but it's not because of the cost system at all. What's wrong with this? When we make a business decision, we think, and I could see that every group actually try to use core competency. All of you try to see what are they good at, and you try to utilize all the resources that we have here in order to expand the business. Any other guess? Why did Dabola decline this? Napa?
Is it because of the employees, whether they have a mindset that they don't want to expand to do something else apart from what they want to do?
Pretty close, but not because of their mindset. Not because they're dinosaur, Jurassic, they don't want to change anything. No, they consider that, they take it seriously, but there are some reasons that they decided to decline. The culture of customers. Say, okay, can you explain more?
Maybe the thing that people want is not the thing that preferred by Indian people or people in that area.
You mean the customers did not need this service?
They might not want people to buy the costly for them. If we apply it, they're not going to use it.
Okay. The customer may not want the grocery shopping, probably, but they may want complimentary service or single person service. It could be interesting for them, actually. Not exactly that.
Is that because they so believe in God? They don't want to make that much of profit, just want to do good things.
Okay. So my business is okay as long as I do merit for the God. I'm good. But yes and no, I would say. Okay, I don't want to upset you more. And I think we really need more time to discuss about this. So I want you to keep these questions in your mind and fill up your stomach with energy first. After the break, we're gonna come back and discuss about this. I'm sorry. I want to finish all the session, but I think it would be too long because you guys are super smart and I want to show you something. How many minutes do you normally take a break here? 15. 2 hours, we say that. Chit chat time. Okay, 15 minutes break until 7:35. Oh, sorry, 7:40.
How was the day today? You go back tomorrow? Will you go back tomorrow?
Where?
To the work.
Sorry? To where?
The water. I went there before also. It's okay. Did you take that one?
Yeah. Very disappointing. เก็บไปเยอะมากอาชีพไม่มีอะไรเก็บแบบไม่เก็บคือปกติ There's one better than Nawa in Korea.
Oh, you didn't like Wana Wana? Yeah, what time did you arrive?
10 a.m.
Oh, it's pretty early.
10 a.m. and then we got tired.
You finish at 2 p.m. is fine.
3 p.m.
Yeah, that's enough.
Yeah, enough.
Very tired.
How come you enjoy a lot and then how come you disappoint?
Maybe there's maybe
Yeah, it's true. And Russians. Hungry Russians.
models
กล้วยมันมีไอ้แบบลงคอร์
ไม่ออกง่ายเลย
Oh my god, so embarrassing. I and my wife enjoy so much Brazil. Yeah.
One of my
ก็เลยไม่
favorite
เก็บ
places.
กล้วยเลย
I love it so much. Yeah, I love it so much.
That place in Sweden.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, maybe you're so
I'm crazy about this. Yeah, we'd be so sophisticated. Like, us simple people. Actually, I have to sign a contract
Really?
for the much wage.
daily
It's still daily wage.
the daily wage 2,250 a day.
A day.
3 days,
wage.
3 days a week, at least 3 days, and then it's a printing, just e-commerce printing company. They don't have printers. It's a mechanism which is called Global Print, owned by 2 German guys.
So they don't have
Same
any
age with us.
They have no printers.
Printers and
But they're a printing company.
yeah.
Unbelievable.
It's like it's
Welcome
like
to the
Uber.
future. Yeah.
No, and then 2 German same age with us, and then Deutsch guy, and then Swiss, and then Hungarian, and then French, and the CTO is from England. CTO was from England, and then the marketing head is from Belgium.
Wow. So
And then Uzbek.
worldwide.
Oh, and Uzbek.
Any ties?
Many Thais,
Oh,
and
really?
then even India Thais, they communicate in Thai. Indian Thai.
So what's your role?
Developing a new market.
Good.
It's very challenging. Very challenging. Well, we are going to test the market for 2 months, 3 months. And I think it's very challenging. I don't know how the result will go out. They want to go into business in Korea.
What's the business you cannot mention still?
So, for example, printing company,
Yeah.
printers, they must print as many as possible in order to increase the efficiency. So they must put many contents on the same sheet. The problem is that if they are not enough, they are not big enough, they have to buy. They cannot fill the whole sheet. So they are going to waste money. So many vacancies. So this business is collect order from digital way, and they put contents in the same paper. So it's an algorithm. So everybody just make an order, and then the algorithm will calculate.
And then it will cut the paper? Or
Yeah. And then the printer will cut the paper and then deliver to the customer. So for example, if you want to
Okay, understand.
So if you want to print something immediately, you just give the order to the printer. And the printer says you have to wait for 4 days, 5 days, because they have to wait to get new order to fill in the one sheet. But by using digital method, they calculate. They just distribute the order by algorithm.
So advertisement for SMEs.
Yeah. So the printer just receive the sheet, the PDF file, just print the copy and just deliver to the address offered by the platform. So
So like maybe to secure the not to secure but not to waste the
yeah. And then
That's
the
good.
problem in Korean market is that Korean people are very accustomed to e-commerce. And then I think that the printers also expand their market to e-commerce. They just establish their own website and they hire designers and developers. So it's like a horizontal, vertical chain. Vertical chain.
I don't think the yesterday grouping thing. Actually, we only have 43 people, not 44.
Yeah.
So there's only gonna be. I think if we talk to the
Last month.
if we talk to the professor,
Sales-
I think
sales
he's
among
gonna
Sangam.
reduce the number of the group of 6 down to 3.
Yeah.
Yes.
How do you know we have 43?
I checked the name
I
list
totally
that we signed,
Okay.
and there's only 43.
So whatever.
So that means either we have
3 groups of
Google
6,
by
or we
content
have 1 group
with
of
the
4, right?
Whatever.
Yeah.
Which means that I'm
And the one group of 4 doesn't seem fair.
Well then, let's keep how we're going now, and then one of the groups of 6 will have to pull straws, and whoever pulls the straw, they have to get rid of one person.
Yeah, have to talk to the.
So far there's
Google change
no, it's okay.
I don't think so. It's just a matter of speak though, but yeah, what you're proposing.
Yeah, so we know who all the groups of 6 are, and so I'll get 4 leaders together.
The group of 4 is us now because
Oh really?
Yeah, because
Okay, so
ERP draft have only 3 members, and our group was 6 because we added P.An and PS.
So you have 6.
So P.An and PS moved to that group. So there are 5. So now we have 4.
Right.
So whoever the one member moving.
Draft, did you send me your group list yet?
No,
Yeah.
Form 5 minutes ago.
So I'll get the groups of 6 together, and we'll all pull straws,
Okay.
like paper, scissors, rock, or whatever, and then whoever loses will have to pick one person out of the group.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure that is 43. I just need to keep on the list, but I'm
If
not
that's
sure.
it, we'll just go through that then. So open up the new market, and then entrepreneur is those who can open up the new market requires entrepreneurship, and then it's two different. The opener always open up all the time.
Is it like full time?
No. Only 3 days.
3 days, and then like from morning to until like before class.
Yeah, and then the company is only 3 days away. Congratulations.
เราไม่เอาแค่ชนะน่ะ
อะไรอ่ะราโบใช่ไหมโอ๊ะป้าทันเจมี MBA น่ารักขอบคุณนะครั้งแรกที่ได้รับที่ประเทศไทยใหญ่มากโอเคไป วันไหนอ่ะวันอาทิตย์นี้ใช่ไหม
เสาร์นี้
เสาร์นี้เหรออ๋อโอเคไปที่ไหนชอร์ชเหรอโอ้คริสตัลสไตล์โอ้โหคนรวยนี่คือของกล้องจูลี่กล้องพลอยของวัฒนธรรมตามวัฒนธรรมเกาหลีโบราณมากๆตั้งใจไปซื้อที่ตลาดโบราณตลาดโบราณได้บอกว่าเปิดสิโอ้
ฉีกกันฉีกกัน
เย็นมาก
traditional gift
Wow.
for marriage
This is made by Michelle, right?
yeah right Shell.
Wow, so expensive.
โอ้สวย
So usually in Korea, we keep the jewelry for wedding in this box and then keep it forever. So my mom still has it. Yeah. เก็บไว้ก็ทุกอย่าง jewelry ตอนการแต่งงาน Traditional. Yeah, so it means the 10 animals that lives forever. I don't know.
นกกระยาง
กายาน
นกกระยาง
Crane. Crane. Dragon. Turtle.
My mom still has really big case. Somewhere she's hiding it somewhere. She has hiding it somewhere, and then there are many jewelries, gold bars and gold rings, diamond rings when she received for the wedding. Yeah.
Good.
ซื้อจากตลาดโบราณ I bought it at traditional market.
Oh, I see. Like Chatuchak Market.
Oh, yeah. Super traditional market.
Thank you
สวยมาก
ยินดีด้วยนะ Congratulations.
See you at the wedding
Happiest period now.
I'll give you later.
You started to live together with husband? Okay.
No, no.
Oh yeah. Happiest period.
คือจะสร้างอันนี้ต้องใช้ดินปะใช้โคลนอุ้ยป้าให้อ่ะสวยเชื่อแบบทำไมคนเอามาให้อ่ะรู้สึกแบบเก่งใจสวยจังนี่คือเขาบอกว่าเป็นแบบเชื้อที่ชาติก็ต้องเจ็บจิวเวลรี่ที่ใส่ในการแต่ง
ไปยาวไป
ใช่
ก็ได้25เล่นจังเมื่อวาน
เมื่อไหร่จะเปลี่ยนเกมเล่นอ่ะ
ตีเปล่าเจ็บเลยนะเจ็บเลยแล้วทำไมตีเป็นอาวีอ่ะ
ไอ้เก่งทีมก็เก่งกว่านี่นะเรียลี่ครีมนี่มันต้องทำอะไรครีมแมทเทียลผมต้องทำอะไรทุกอย่างไม่เคยทำแป๊บ
Okay. Say goodbye to your phones. Back to your seat. Before break, I discouraged you a little bit by saying that Dabawala declined your proposal, which I really feel bad for you. But this is a fact. The interesting thing is why. Okay, before I tell you the